On October 4th of 2024, the European Union's Markets in Crypto Assets Regulation, MiCA, enforced stricter oversight of crypto firms and cryptocurrency exchange. MiCA started to ban stablecoins that don't comply with EU regulations, and that includes the stablecoin USDT. That has sent shockwaves through the crypto world, raising the stakes for traders, institutions, and even governments. What's next? Could this be the beginning of a global trend that reshapes the very foundation of digital finance? The fear isn't just about Europe, it's about what comes after. With USDT tied to 30% of crypto trading pairs and fueling over 80% of blockchain liquidity, its removal could trigger a cascade of changes. Curious about how this impacts you and your investments? Welcome to the Chainpoint channel. Stick around because we're diving into the untold story of USDT's dominance, its potential downfall, and what it all means for the future of cryptocurrency. But before we continue our talk, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay tuned to what is happening in the crypto world. And remember, everything we say here is not an investment advice. Always invest wisely. Let's get started. Stablecoins emerged as a revolutionary tool in the cryptocurrency market, offering a solution to the infamous volatility that Bitcoin and Ethereum often face. These digital assets are pegged to stable real-world currencies like the US dollar, enabling traders to protect their investments without exiting the crypto ecosystem. Among them, USDT has stood out since its inception, providing a reliable bridge between traditional finance and the world of digital assets. Think of it as a lifeboat in a sea of volatile waves, a safe haven during stormy times in the cryptocurrency market. The dominance of USDT is no accident. It started with a modest market cap below $1 billion in 2017, but quickly skyrocketed to over $60 billion by 2021. Such growth highlights its pivotal role in ensuring liquidity and stability. Today, USDT is tied to approximately 30% of all trading pairs, making it the backbone of countless transactions on major exchanges. Its widespread adoption isn't just about convenience. It's a testament to the trust users have placed in its stability and utility. But trust is a fragile thing, isn't it? While USDT thrives, the market has seen challengers like USDC rise, emphasizing transparency and compliance. Yet, no other stablecoin matches USDT's scale or influence. Imagine walking into a bustling market. USDT is like the most popular stall, drawing crowds and setting the tone for the entire marketplace. And that brings us to a growing concern. What happens when something so dominant faces regulatory turbulence? USDT's dominance in the cryptocurrency market is both a strength and a vulnerability. Recent regulatory discussions in the European Union have raised alarms, suggesting a potential ban on this stablecoin. Approximately 30% of crypto trading pairs rely on USDT for liquidity, and its absence could send shockwaves across the ecosystem. This concern isn't hypothetical. It's a very real possibility that could redefine the way the cryptocurrency market operates. The stakes become even higher when you consider USDT's critical role in maintaining liquidity during volatile times. For instance, during the Terra Luna collapse, stablecoins became a refuge for investors fleeing the chaos. If USDT were to lose its 101 parity with the US dollar due to regulatory pressures or market panic, the consequences could mirror those past crises, but on a far greater scale. It's not just about one coin. It's about the ripple effects on the entire cryptocurrency market. These regulatory pressures are not isolated to Europe. The global nature of cryptocurrency means that what starts in one region can quickly spread elsewhere. Could this be a testing ground for similar actions in other major markets? As regulators tighten their grip, investors are left wondering how to navigate these stormy waters. And speaking of regulation, there's one piece of legislation that's currently setting the stage for the future of stablecoins. The European Union's MiCA legislation has become the focal point for stablecoin issuers like USDT. This framework is set to redefine the rules of the game, demanding heightened transparency and regulatory compliance. For many, MiCA represents progress, a step toward legitimizing the cryptocurrency market. But for others, it's a hurdle. USDT, despite its dominance, faces a challenge in aligning with these stricter regulations. Meanwhile, competitors like USDC, already known for their robust compliance, appear well positioned to thrive in this new environment. MiCA doesn't just aim to enforce order. It sets a deadline. Issuers have been given 12 months starting in October 2024 to comply with these new standards or risk losing access to the lucrative European market. This timeline creates a ticking clock, urging stablecoin providers to adapt quickly or face exclusion. For USDT, which holds a substantial market share in Europe, this could mean significant shifts in strategy, or even a potential retreat from the region. The stakes couldn't be higher, especially when considering the 75% of USDT's usage concentrated in Asia and Europe. This isn't just a European story, it's a global one. If USDT struggles to comply with MiCA, it might set a precedent that could influence regulations worldwide. The EU, often seen as a trendsetter in regulatory matters, could inspire similar frameworks elsewhere. And if that happens, stablecoin issuers across the globe will face a pivotal question. Is regulation a risk to their existence or an opportunity to evolve? Regulation is often seen as the villain in the story of innovation, but is it really? For stablecoins like USDT, regulation could be both a blessing and a curse. On one hand, stricter rules like those introduced by MiCA might limit operational flexibility and stifle growth. Imagine asking a high-speed train to slow down just to avoid a bumpy track. It might reach the destination, but not as quickly. Yet, on the other hand, these very rules could establish trust and attract institutional investors who've been hesitant to dive into the cryptocurrency market. But let's not forget that regulation also serves a protective purpose. It's a shield for investors, ensuring that stablecoins maintain their 101 parity with fiat currencies. The collapse of Terra Luna was a wake-up call, showing the catastrophic effects when a stablecoin loses its peg. In this light, rules demanding greater transparency and reserve backing aren't just bureaucratic hurdles. They're safety nets. And for stablecoins aiming to achieve mainstream adoption, compliance might just be the ticket to legitimacy. But the question remains, how much regulation is too much? Striking a balance is crucial. Over-regulation could push innovators to unregulated markets, creating a fragmented ecosystem. Meanwhile, under-regulation leaves room for bad actors to exploit vulnerabilities. Stablecoin issuers, including USDT, are now at a crossroads, where every decision could shape the future of the cryptocurrency market. And speaking of decisions, investors are already considering where to move their funds as these dynamics unfold. As whispers of regulatory uncertainty around USDT have already set the wheels of migration in motion, investors always on the lookout for stability are exploring alternatives like USDC. Why? USDC has carved out a reputation for being transparent and regulation-friendly, making it a natural fallback in times of turmoil. For traders, moving from USDT to USDC might feel like switching from a speedboat to a sturdy ferry. Less exciting perhaps, but far more dependable when the waters get choppy. But the migration isn't limited to stablecoins alone. Some investors are diversifying into cryptocurrencies with strong fundamentals, hoping to hedge against potential disruptions. Others are exploring DeFi solutions that rely on decentralized stablecoins like DAI. Imagine a chessboard where each move is calculated not just for the immediate play, but for the next 5 turns. That's how investors are approaching this uncertainty, carefully aligning their portfolios to weather any storm. The broader implications of this migration are worth noting. A significant shift away from USDT could alter the balance of power in the cryptocurrency market. The liquidity that USDT currently provides, which accounts for more than 80% of activity on major exchanges, might find new homes, reshaping the dynamics of trading pairs and market efficiency. This evolving landscape poses a crucial question. If the dominant player adjusts, what does it mean for the rest of the ecosystem? The cryptocurrency market is a tightly woven web, and USDT sits right at the center of it. Its $60 billion market cap and involvement in 90% of blockchain transactions underscore its importance. If regulatory pressures in Europe force USDT into retreat, the ripple effects could be felt across the globe. Imagine pulling a cornerstone out of a massive structure. Everything else would need to realign to maintain balance. The liquidity gaps left by USDT could lead to increased volatility, disrupting not just trading, but the entire crypto ecosystem. The global dominance of USDT also means its challenges aren't confined to Europe. With 75% of its usage concentrated in Asia and Europe, any significant disruption could create a domino effect. Asia, a hub for cryptocurrency trading, would likely see investors scrambling for alternatives like USDC or region-specific solutions. And this potential migration of liquidity might also create opportunities for smaller stablecoins to gain market share, sparking a shift in the established hierarchy. Yet, the biggest question remains, can the global market adapt to a diminished USDT presence? While the cryptocurrency space is known for its resilience, the sheer scale of USDT's impact means this would be no small adjustment. Stablecoins like USDC and centralized options like DAI might step up, but the process of redistribution will undoubtedly bring its own set of challenges. And as we look to the future, one can't help but wonder, are we ready for the broader conflicts that private stablecoins might face with governments? Private stablecoins like USDT have long walked a fine line between innovation and regulatory scrutiny. Their success has highlighted a deeper conflict. Who should control the digital currency landscape? Governments, keen to preserve their monetary sovereignty, see private stablecoins as a potential threat. This tension becomes even more pronounced with the rise of central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. Governments around the world are racing to launch their own digital currencies, positioning them as safer and more regulated alternatives to private stablecoins. For USDT, this represents not just competition, but an existential risk. As CBDCs gain traction, they could erode the use cases for private stablecoins, particularly in regions where regulatory frameworks favor government-backed solutions. But the risks aren't just external. Internal vulnerabilities such as transparency issues or reserve challenges could amplify external pressures. USDT has weathered storms before, but as the cryptocurrency market matures, the stakes are higher than ever. With governments and institutions aligning against private dominance, the road ahead is anything but smooth. This sets the stage for intriguing alternatives, particularly in regions like Europe, where new players are emerging to fill the gaps. While USDT dominates the global stage, Europe has been busy crafting its own solutions. The Euro coin, URC, launched by Circle in 2022, is one such contender, offering a stable, Euro-backed option for blockchain transactions. Unlike USDT, URC aligns seamlessly with MiCA regulations, positioning itself as a compliant and trusted choice within the European Union. UERC isn't alone in this effort. Initiatives like Stasis EURS and other regional stablecoins are stepping up to meet Europe's demand for stable digital assets. These options are tailored to local needs, enabling smoother cross-border transactions within the Eurozone. Think of it as Europe building its own digital financial ecosystem, where trust and transparency take precedence. For investors, diversifying into these alternatives could be a smart move, especially as USDT faces mounting challenges in the region. However, the rise of European stablecoins also raises questions about competition. Will these alternatives remain regional players, or could they grow to challenge USDT on the global stage? As the cryptocurrency market evolves, the answers will depend on how well these coins balance regulation with scalability. And as Europe shapes its digital economy, the spotlight turns back to the global implications of a post-USDT era. What would the cryptocurrency market look like without USDT? It's a question that feels almost too big to answer. As the most widely used stablecoin, USDT accounts for more than 80% of liquidity during peak trading periods, and its absence would leave a noticeable void. Exchanges like Binance and Crypto.com are already hedging their bets, promoting USDC and BUSD as viable alternatives. But could these stablecoins truly step into USDT's shoes, or would the market fragment into smaller pools of liquidity? Consider the potential contenders. USDC, with its reputation for transparency, is an obvious choice. It's already tied to many trading pairs and boasts strong institutional support. Decentralized options like DAI also stand to gain, offering a trustless alternative in a world increasingly wary of centralized solutions. Yet these transitions are rarely seamless. Investors would likely face increased volatility as the market adjusts, and smaller cryptocurrencies could see their trading volume shrink without USDT's stabilizing presence. Beyond the immediate adjustments, a post-bank scenario could reshape the broader narrative around stablecoins. Will this push the market toward decentralized solutions, or will it solidify the dominance of government-backed CBDCs? Either way, the landscape would shift dramatically, forcing both investors and institutions to rethink their strategies. Thank you for watching this video. If you're eager to continue learning and staying informed about the latest in cryptocurrency, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Together, we'll navigate the twists and turns of this market and uncover the opportunities hidden within. Let's shape the future of crypto one decision at a time. See you in the next video.